Let's join our Zoom guest, that's Professor Pate now, who is the Vice Chancellor. And because we have raised the issue of trust here, issue of trust, transparency, and accountability. Let's look at the management of this fund that has been disbursed to the various universities now. How are you addressing the various allegations of fund diversion, ensuring there is transparency in the management of this fund?
Thank you very much. Once again, good morning, Nigeria. Well, the issue of managing and ensuring accountability of funds given to us by NELFUND, at least in my own university, is straightforward. All the resources that we have received, we have appropriately disbursed them to those who are the beneficiaries, and the one that should go to the university, we have utilized the money properly. And at a point, if you could remember, there were issues raised about the management of the funds by a number of bodies and organizations. At a point, they raised an issue, and at another point, someone somewhere, a very big office, apologized that there were errors in the figures being mentioned. And not only that, they followed up with interventions or invitations from the agencies in charge of investigating issues relating to misappropriation of resources. Like my own university, we were invited by the ICPC. We compiled our report and submitted to them. At the end of the day, we were told that, yes, everything is okay with us. We were also invited by the minister, where specifically we were also asked to account. We gave our own explanation. Again, we were cleared. And I think the National Assembly also at a point intervened. But on all occasions, we have been cleared because the route is very straightforward. You have been given money with names of students who should have access to these monies. All we needed to do was just to transmit the money to the students. That is for the one that belong to them. And for the one that belong to the university, we rightly put them in our own bursaries. So nothing more. As I'm talking to you now, in University of Kashere, we have about 8,650 beneficiaries that have received these loans. And we have just reopened our university, though there is a short strike, and we are hoping that this strike will be over by the end of this week. And we are just expecting NELFUND to come and also continue what they have been doing. Not only that, I also need to mention that we had auditors from the Office of the Accountant General who came and also looked at our books. Again, though we have not received the report formally, but I can assure you our books are okay. The only complaint from the universities, and I've heard it from my colleagues also, is that NELFUND is sending these monies. Universities are using the monies to disburse to students, and we are also incurring expenses like traveling to Abuja on a daily basis to answer one question or the other, or traveling to other places, doing the paperwork and all of that. But there is no single kobo to help in servicing all of this that we have been talking about. Apart from that, I don't have any other complaint on what NELFUND has been doing. Our students are really, really appreciative. And as I'm talking to you now, many students are yet to resume, even though, like I said, we are on strike, because they are waiting to hear from NELFUND. And the hope and expectation is huge. And I pray that NELFUND will act fast so that they pay the universities for the students to just come in and register. Otherwise, it's going to prolong our semesters, and we are going to experience some delays. But otherwise, I can assure you that things are okay. And this is one of the most fundamental and most impactful policies of government in recent times on our students. I remember in my last convocation lecture, I said it. And I urge state governments to also emulate what the federal government is doing with NELFUND. It's very, very clear. The bureaucracy and all the long talk is so short. While in some states, you have a whole year students struggling to apply just for scholarship, not even to get, but just to apply, and then verification, and then this, and then that. And at the end of the day, they don't get anything. But you could see the federal system is so straightforward. They link up with the university, the students apply, the universities verify, and then the next thing, they get their payments. And the payment for now has been regular. So I hope our states will also emulate. It doesn't take much. If the federal government could do it, they could also take some resources to be able to do it so that the universities could be full of life. The communities where these universities are located are also direct beneficiaries because the students could feel better, the students could spend more money, and then on our campuses we have more peace and tranquility because everything is okay with the students.